guys, welcome to Season 16 Placements. I've decided not to use headphones for this. It's probably not the greatest idea since...
Mike?
Being able... Oh, shit. Welcome to the show. How did you know, Becky?
I'm in the chat.
You could... Are people saying Mike? Oh, I have to refresh the chat.
Yes.
I see.
And are you recording?
I'm going to start again. I don't need to record. Let's start again. Thank you, Becky. Keep going. There we go. Hey buddies, welcome to my Season 16 placements. What should I play today? Let's do something fun, because placements don't matter. They really don't fucking do anything. I just finished Season 15 and I was down to the last hour getting to Platinum. Been down in Gold for the last... You guys know me, the first how many seasons of Overwatch, I was Diamond, moved to Japan, and suddenly I'm non-stop, like, high Gold, low Platinum. I don't know what to blame that on, but I think I'm out of my league in Japan. I personally think it's a smaller player pool here, so I think that the, fuck off. Alright, so there's my first game of placements, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go try to deal with that. Just a second. Alright, so 9 minutes of disconnection. Alright, so that basically writes that story. Placements don't fucking matter, so it doesn't matter. I got to my 500 competitive point bonus by jumping into, or getting into Platinum at the last second. I don't know what happened to my Ethernet cable there. I just stopped our stream and started it again to have the Ethernet cable plugged into the PlayStation so I'd have less latency for this. No idea what happened. I just went over and jiggled it and apparently I'm fine now. So I lose a game for disconnecting my Ethernet cable, even though the game hadn't even begun yet and I could have jumped back in before it even started, but alright. That game won't even begin either, so like I take the loss, but everybody else just gets to log out without taking any kind of a loss. So let's just make this a whole complete fuck it episode, if that's how it's gonna start. Let's see if I play my worst characters. How about that? Today I'm gonna play the characters I'm the least comfortable with, my objectively worst characters I've ever played with. Doomfist is one of them. And see if placements matter at all, because we've seen on this show many times I've tried my best in placements and never gotten any different from the last season, basically. So let's see if I can place lower than I usually play by playing characters I don't know how to play. I'll try my best. I'm not going to not try. I'm just saying that I'm going to play characters I really don't know how to play. I'm going to turn down the audio a little bit. I don't play a lot of Mercy. I don't know if I would... I'd probably be bad with her, yeah. Oh, somebody took her. Let me look at my least played characters for you guys, just to see. This will be a good experiment, though, to see if if doing bad makes any difference. Current competitive, all competitive seasons.
Lucio,
Time
checking in the
played.
game.
So the character I've played with least. Baptiste doesn't matter. Doomfist.
Hello.
Doomfist is number 1. Brigitte, I've only played a little bit with her. Anna, I would say Brigitte I could actually do okay with. Anna I've played very little with. Genji and Hanzo. I'd say these would be the stars of a bad play time. Widowmaker, Hanzo, Genji, Anna, maybe a little bit of Mercy. Sombra, despite not playing a lot with her, that's partly because she was one of the later release characters. Plus, I actually have done runs with her where I don't do too bad. I would say I just don't prefer to play her, but I'd say I could actually, if I tried, do okay with Sombra. Who knows, maybe I'll discover a new character that I love to play as today. Maybe I'll love Doomfist.
Let's break it. I'm not even close.
So I should retitle the stream to like failing or something like.
Meteor strike.
Nice. I might do an all Doomfist placements. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. A character that I'm basically just starting to play for the first time today.
No chance.
Because I remember the only bit that I've played Doomfist is basically when he first was released to PTR. I played with him for a bit and I thought it was super fun. And then since then, after that, I was like, when I tried to play him in competitive for like, I probably spent like 2 hours trying to play him in competitive, and I was like, this guy is not fun. He's too squishy. When does he get his shields? What gives him his shields? Is it the slam down or the uppercut that gives him shields? This thing, right? I thought he would get more than I got. Failing upwards. I think the thing that made me most disappointed about Doomfist is the realization that you can't be aggressive. It sounds counterintuitive for a guy who charges into battle the way that he does. Damn. I've got another Doomfist incoming.
Meteor strike.
What the hell is happening here? Why am I ruining? Why did I just save our team from an early cap? Understood? What the fuck just happened? We were like, on Volskaya, when your team gets wiped out on that point, it's almost guaranteed it's getting capped. I did have an ultimate, but all I did was take out a single Ana with the ultimate. Can I, is it possible to do that? She had it out for me. As usual, I'm winning and not realizing.
Defeat makes me strong.
Alright, I'm gonna go after the Widowmaker since I think that's my job as Doomfist.
No chance.
I think I did very poorly one-on-one with her, but I guess he's a good counter because even somebody in unskilled hands, I was still able to finish her off. And the thing is that surprises me about how I was able to do so well in that moment was because I matched up with people who are actually my skill level. I finished the last season trying to get to the next level, and I was playing tryhard. Like, I was playing my best characters. So I should be on an MMR right now that is quite strong. This is why Overwatch is great. Every time you think you've got the game figured out, when you think you know the current meta, that you've got your own skill set figured out, you can switch it up and it's a whole new game when you play as a different character. A brand new game. Well, Alice, that's actually something I've noticed, is that I was chalking it up to being in the Japanese player base, that like a smaller player pool maybe, but I feel as though more than ever placements seem to, your level seems to not make a lot of sense anymore. Like, I've been frequently matched up with people who are in Master, even though I'm down in, is this even possible? Like, I feel like I've been with Masters even though I'm in high gold, but that's usually late at night, where it's like trying desperately to match me up with somebody, get a fair match, and it can't.
Meteor strike. Let's break it. Damn.
Oh, this is quick play. That has to be remembered. I'm not in competitive. So that might have had something to do with how well I did. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that. Like, cause does it take into... Does quick play take into account your MMR?
Meteor strike.
I looked halfway competent there. Yeah, you'd think quick play maybe doesn't care about your MMR, especially since it's two separate modes, competitive versus quick play, but I've never been in quick play where the players were super bad either. Which you'd think, if quick play was really just the entire player base, that you'd be matched with people who are way below your skill level, way above, and I've never felt that in quick play. The only thing I've ever felt in quick play is that people play differently, like they don't care as much about the objective. That's changed, by the way. It's a lot better than it used to be. People actually do seem to care a little bit. All right, I guess I get to go into comp now. So I've lost one. That counts as like a full, like worst case loss too. Like that's like losing 50 SR basically. Let's keep track of that too. My last season I ended like 30 over platinum, so 2,530. And at this point I should have lost about 50 SR based on that disconnect. Yeah, quick play must have an MMR. Maybe it doesn't share the MMR with competitive, but it must have an MMR of some kind, because I don't think they just simply roll the dice and match you with anybody. I think it tries at least to match you with somebody similar in skill level.
Only through conflict. Remember where you are.
All right, so these are my Doomfist placements, everybody. I hate Doomfist. I hate his character. I hate the way he sounds. It honestly puts me on tilt when a Doomfist is among us, like on the other team, when you're being attacked by a Doomfist and he's screaming, going, God, I just want to kill him so bad.
Hi.
here we go.
2, 1. Attack commence. Capture objective A.
I'm gonna go get that Ash. I don't know if this is my job, but I don't know how to play Doomfist either. Okay.
Thank you.
Damn it. That Roadhog body blocked my charge. I was trying to get the Mercy. Looks like we're doing okay though, our team. They split their attention
It'll
across.
take more than that to stop me.
I think I may have drew too many of their attention. Maybe that's the contribution I made. I was a distraction. Now they're all dead. I don't think we can go in. I don't think. Yeah. That's too bad. It looked like we were doing okay.
Now show them.
Good job, McCree. What the fuck were you doing out there? By yourself?
This is not the end.
Alright, at least I'm gonna try to... I'm gonna wait for somebody to make a bad decision up here. Damn it. I think I charged in at the right time there. Honestly, I think that was the right move. My team was moving in at the same time.
I take it, Overwatch.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty. Winston reports.
Meteor strike!
I'm liking this right now. I don't know why. Like, I could never figure out Doomfist before, but for some reason this is working for me.
I want fire. Anyone want it?
Escort the payload.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that, Sandwich Man. Can Genji reflect Doomfist Punch? Because I remember the day that I found out that Genji can reflect
On the payload.
Reinhardt's hammer, which makes no fucking sense to me. Damn. I thought I was actually going to do some damage there, but I shouldn't have expected to be able to take out a... Come on. I hate it when Roadhogs do this, and I hate it when they're successful at doing it even worse. Fuck.
Why is the payload stopped? Meteor strike!
I'm not sure how that Roadhog survived that.
Surrender to my will.
I'm not even close to done. Let them up!
I missed. That's embarrassing. I should have had that Ash. I had her dead to rights. missed.
It'll take more than that.
Yeah, definitely. Overwatch is like a new game every time you decide to commit to a new character. And that's why, like, anytime people say that Overwatch is tired or, like, you know, it's lame, it's just a... It's like these people don't know how to branch out or challenge themselves if you feel like it's old.
Defeat makes you stronger.
60 seconds remaining.
I'm under attack.
Do we have... We do have 2 tanks. We really need a shield. This is the number one thing in pubs. The team without a shield tank,
Lose the battle.
they don't have a shield tank either. In fact, they only have 1 tank, which is really fucked up. But not having a shield tank
30
is
seconds
a
remaining.
really bad idea.
Your time has faded. I will.
Do something!
Kill them all.
If Bob hadn't launched me into the air, I would have had that Ashe again. I had her dead to rights, and she ults to get out of it. I had her. She had nowhere to go but to throw a Bob at me.
I'm not finished.
That's so annoying.
Score 1-0. Switching sides.
Reinhardt's hammer swing can be reflected by Genji.
Pair your defenses.
It's insane.
Select your hero.
It now, recently. So he negates it, but he doesn't. You can't reflect it as the key to remember. He negates it. It does no damage to him. Does Doomfist go through him then, or does he stop dead in front of him? Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
I will simulate our upcoming.
Rising uppercut!
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So I guess it means, how does that work? I guess Genji doesn't take damage from the initial punch, but he gets knocked back. And if he hits the wall, then he takes the wall damage. That's where the true damage comes in anyways, because I think Doomfist's punch only does 50 damage, but the impact of the wall does something like... Can somebody actually give me the numbers on that?
Attackers incoming.
How much the Doomfist initial impact does, and then how much the wall hit does? I think it has to do with how much he powered up.
Please move behind the barrier.
Yay!
Rising uppercut!
I recommend moving behind my body.
I wish I had headphones right now, because I don't know where that Genji is, but if I had headphones, I would. Oh, I thought I was gonna get her.
My soul is never
You idiot. He had to know that was what's going to happen. That fucking Roadhog. Damn it. Oldest trick in the book. That was painful to watch. That was an amateur fucking move.
My work is not done.
Uh-oh. We were doing pretty good there, but now we have to try to hold the fort right here.
My damage spell.
I like how that.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Get behind the barrier.
Trying to listen to where those turrets were set up, but I can't. Roadhog fancies himself a stealth Roadhog.
Rising above us. I will be reader. Let them out.
Gale the Mahal.
Meteor strike.
There's nothing more frustrating than, like, I don't even know what made me go up and over like that. Was it the payload that made me, like, act as though there was a ramp? Did you see how that went? Rocket Punch, 49 to 150 wall impact, so depending on how high charged it is. The rising uppercut's 50. His punch is 49 to 100, goes up. Okay. Well, no, that can't be. It can't be his punch is 49 to 100 and goes up to 150 with the wall, because Doomfist kills it. He doesn't do a total of 150. He can kill a 200 health fully charged 100 health character no matter what with a fully charged rocket punch. So it's more like, I'm assuming that you mean the initial impact is 49 to 100 and that the wall impact is 49 to 150. Okay, so a total of potentially 250 damage. So he can kill a Reaper with a fully charged punch with wall impact. But he can't kill a 300 health character. And probably leaves a... he would probably leave like an armored character with just a little bit of health left, like a Torbjorn who's... The current Torbjorn with 250 health would probably survive by a few health in that case as well. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, pee break, be right back. What's that? Oh my goodness. guys. Becky made me grilled cheese. Mmm. Mm-hmm. How many slices did you put on this?
2 of the like fake cheese and 2 of the cheese one.
Mmm. Mmm. The cheese in this is a processed cheese, sliced cheese, but also Becky mixed in a really high quality, individually packaged cheese that's like an aged cheddar. That's, I find, one of my favorite cheeses ever, and we won it once. Is that ketchup or hot sauce? What the fuck? Where are you from? Ketchup. Grilled cheese is to be eaten with ketchup, always. Tomato soup. I've had tomato soup with grilled cheese, but you still have ketchup. There's no way that you cut out ketchup, even if tomato soup has entered into the picture. You do not exclude ketchup. You haven't lived, Minette. Go get yourself a bottle of ketchup. And have the grilled cheese. Oh my god, no, don't put mustard on grilled cheese. Ketchup complements cheese. Mustard is too sharp. It'll distract from the cheese.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Becky's yelling at you to not do that either.
They've also come to get your dishes.
Ketchup has just got a nice little sweet tang that contrasts, and
You didn't eat all your cheese.
Becky's licking the melted cheese off. Come on up, buddy. Come on up.
You gotta clean the plate somehow.
Just kidding me. All right, get out of here. You're not mic'd up.
You can still see me.
Get.
Traveling to
Do
the
like, you want headphones?
No.
They're right here.
Then they wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Does it count as grilled cheese if you put any ham in it? I've had that in the past. I think my mom made it for me. I'm not a fan. It kind of like, I feel like the ham is too chewy. Like you have to get through it. Like the whole point of a grilled cheese is that soft, melty,
Only through
like just kind of like,
conflict do we evolve.
you could eat it with your lips. The pressure of your lips could bite through it if you want. I think that's what's nice about grilled cheese. But like, you add in a slice of ham and you gotta work, right? All right, get out of here, you two.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Once the mission starts, no more messing.
I would call that a ham and cheese toasty, says Minette. I recall a time where the ham and cheese toasties ended up on the floor. I think that the postman was at the door and he gave it a right wrapping, which gave my mother a start.
3, 2, 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
What's a British word for plate?
Let's get the
Saucer.
job done.
The ham and cheese toasty fell from the ham and cheese saucer that we just bought, that had just been delivered by the Duke of the Thames. The River Thames. Uh-oh. Too distracted. It made such a mess, we had to get to Hoover. Wow, they're all over us from every angle.
Join me.
I've been knocked down before.
Reality bends to my will.
I have found the enemy. Come and face me.
Teleporter online.
That fucking Zarya saved that Genji. God damn it. What? Knocked us all to the ground? Did Reinhardt charge into me as I charged into
Heroes
him?
never die.
But the animation never happened, so it was very confusing.
Experience tranquility.
Meteor strike.
I'm happy with how that played out.
It'll take more than that to stop me.
Fire at will. Огонь по готовности.
Uh-oh. Isn't that the worst feeling? You respawn, you spend the entire cooldown of like respawning. You come out and your team, just as you're reaching the battlefield, your team is wiped out. It makes the respawn period feel like you've died 3 times instead of 1, basically. God, that's annoying. Seems no matter where I go, there's somebody just waiting for me, like they know I'm there. Didn't that feel like that? Like she knew I was there, and they don't have anybody who sees through walls. What the fuck? He responded that quickly? Doesn't it take like a second for Reinhardt to like get? Doesn't he have like a few frames of animation before? That was fucked up. He 180'd and like I know he probably heard me, but because I know that you can hear it coming from a mile away. That Ryan was insanely fast.
Heroes never die.
Do something.
I've been knocked down before.
I can't even understand why the Bob was aiming for me when there was tons of other characters that were in his line of sight before I even appeared, but he turned to face me instantly.
Огонь по готовности.
You know, this might have a kid. Oh, okay, reported. This could be attributed to the
Score 0-3.
to the new cooldowns for Doomfist. The fact that I think he feels a bit better.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
done. Alright. It's actually something really like kind of relaxing about not having to play in a way that fixes.
Only through conflict do we
That's
evolve.
constantly fixing a team's problems for them. I'm just hard picking. I don't give a shit. I'm doing what every person I ever play with does. Hard picking without even making any,
Attack commences in 30
paying any attention to the team comp. It's kind of it's nice and relaxing feeling. I never get to do this except for on these shows where I like do a hard pick show. Just know that when I do hard picks, it only happens on this show when we're doing a fun day, like Torb only, or when a new character's come out and I'm like dedicated to trying to learn them. Like Ashe came out and I was hard picking her no matter what. Other than that, I always look at the comp and try to adjust, but it feels like I'm only ever matched with people who hard pick. I swear, like, you occasionally get somebody who seems to be a good team player, but it's so rare in comp. And people wonder why they don't go up in rank. They're like, I'm a good player, I can tell, I know I can 1v1 anybody. And they wonder why is this turret dedicated to me? Doomfist is a real sitting duck when he's charging his fist. Probably not the best thing to do when you're staring down an Ashe from a distance. Well, that was the best part about the hard picking Torb stream. Oh, is she really doing this? Just moving just enough to not idle out. That was the person who was inactive in spawn. So I made the right report.
Teleporter online.
Not engaging the enemy. I'll report again just to add detail to the report.
Surrender to my will.
Team's doing pretty good despite having a player who's completely idle. Where is she right now? I can't even find the Widowmaker,
Winners stay on
despite
the
being able to see through walls. Because she's on my team, I can't find her.
You're fully healed.
Up there? Oh, that's why.
Let them up.
No one can hide from my sight.
Does it feel like this team has it out for me? I think that might have to do with how loud. Doomfist just begs for people to pay attention to him, and I have to admit, anytime a Doomfist is opposing me, I make it a point to target him. I go on tilt, even if he's sucking, and most Doomfists do. Even if he's not even killing that many people, I will dedicate myself to the Doomfist, because I don't like hearing him. He pisses me off so much.
I excited the enemy.
Meteor strike. Stay out.
Get fucked.
I have personally seen the payload.
I just couldn't hit that guy for the life of me with a bullet.
The battle goes on.
moves, as must we.
Get into position. Help me. The payload moves with certainty. Gale the Mahol.
No one can hide from my sight.
I am permanent.
I had no idea where the thing was. I didn't know how to get out of there. I don't think I died to it actually though. Yeah, I just died just being in hang time. Look at this fucker. What a pathetic asshole.
Knocked down.
I'm not saying that a Widowmaker can't be viable. What is the Moira doing?
If I could make a suggestion,
Reality bends to my will.
God, I love that they added the ability to see silhouettes. You can see really what everybody on the team is doing.
Time to raise my DPS.
60 seconds.
This fucking, like, she's been everywhere that isn't the battle, and she's constantly getting me because I guess it's a good strategy. Like, you never expect her to be where she is.
The battle goes
Because she
on.
doesn't put herself in any logical position, it feels like. Like, yes, she has the high ground, but she should not be surviving over there, and she just proved that she can't. She just died to Baptiste.
we're on to move.
The target in sight.
This will restore you.
They sent a Lucio to hunt down the our Widowmaker. He'll probably kill her too.
This will heal.
Winners stay on the payroll.
I was trying to press triangle, but evidently I pressed square instead.
I'm not finished.
Our Reaper just saved our Widowmaker from dying single-handedly to a Lucio. Pretty good. Then our Widowmaker was taken out by a Moira. The healers are going after a Widowmaker. That's how irrelevant our Widowmaker is.
I am ready to unleash Coalescence.
Gale the Mahol.
That was painful to watch.
Meteor strike.
That was satisfying. Nice teabag, you fucking loser. Both Widowmakers. What do you know? Both Widowmakers are wastes of space on their team.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Ashe isn't a sniper. I disagree with that assessment. Ashe is a medium range character with long range capabilities. She's not a sniper.
It is not my preference to see to matters personally, but
And I invested, this is coming from somebody who invested a lot of time in Ashe and came to some like realizations I never thought I would with a character like Ashe. I did not think I would be as good as I was with flick aim and stuff like that. I played 20, so I'd take away a couple hours that I've played her since I stopped. So I played pretty much 22 hours straight of Ashe, of only Ashe, to learn her. Ashes that are played purely as sniper are usually only viable as a sniper, like on high ground, because the opposing team isn't super skilled to begin with. Like, they're not answering you. An Ashe on high ground who is being played as sniper is so easily dealt with. I mean, this is coming from a person who's not been able to deal with the opposing team's sniper, Ashe playing as sniper, but that's because I suck at Doomfist. Let's see if I can start to do a bit better.
30 seconds. We're out of time. Attack!
Running down! Attack!
If you have incredible aim, she's definitely very effective at long range, but I wouldn't call it a sniper. I would say she's like just slightly better than a McCree who has godlike aim at long range. I would say she's like, her scoping isn't long range enough to be too much better than McCree. That's just how I feel about it. Like, I know that that's, some of you are gonna balk at that statement, but
No one can hide.
I don't really have an authority because I haven't played enough McCree to really know him, but that's, when I face them at least, I'm not, maybe being at my skill level, I also can't talk where I've been playing, but I'm just as afraid of a McCree at long range as I am of an Ashe. I don't see an Ashe and say, like, I'm not any more cautious around an Ashe at long range than I am of a McCree. Yeah, that's the way to say that.
Let them up.
Hey, I was in the immortality field. Did it go down just as I needed it, as usual with the immortality fields? I specifically stood there knowing that I could survive it.
I've been knocked down.
I'm not a huge fan of Baptiste on my team or playing as him. It's an unreliable skill set. God, I suck. Ashe didn't shoot it first. Somebody else destroyed it, or its cooldown went down. Because she was firing at me the whole time.
4 to 3. Switching sides.
If she was just taking it out of herself, she wouldn't have been able to damage me at the same time. And she was damaging me. It said Ashe killed it? That doesn't make any sense. How did she shoot it, then immediately shoot me? I don't see how. Maybe her fire, did she throw a dynamite?
Only through conflict do we evolve.
She shot me 3 times. How did she like have time to shoot me 3 times, shoot it, then shoot me again? That thing takes 3 shots to kill as Ashe. I don't see how, like, that's weird. It must have been her dynamite, her fire. Fast fire rate when she's from the hip, not scoped.
4, 3.
I don't know, I'd have to see the replay.
Attackers incoming.
My teleporter is
Regardless, it's clear that I suck as Doomfist. Just when I thought the team didn't want to be at the pinch point, I went up to the top to see if I could help them from there,
My work
and
is not
then
done.
they all left. I need to get subscribed to the newsletter so I know, be on the same page as everybody here.
I need healing.
I'm back in the fight.
Where the fuck is she? Where did the Ash go? And she's back up there again. Where was she hiding? I don't even understand where she went. It doesn't make sense to me. She must have been in there, but I thought I looked.
My work is not done.
My goal right now is to take out the Ash, who seems to be getting away with the murder.
Damn. Let them up.
Into the
Are you fucking kidding me? That's Zen. Did you see when Zen killed me earlier on that last death and then he stopped moving? Like he paused and just sat there for a second?
Will heal you.
I feel like he was thinking about a taunt or something. Like that guy kind of seems to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder about me. The way that he ulted it and just stared at me. Like, did I kill him in a previous life? Oh my god.
Do something!
Meteor strike.
Ah, she deked me. There you go.
Surrender to my will.
Nerf this!
I'm helping
Mecha activated!
to get me on tilt. I think I have them on tilt though, which is the thing. I think that I really have that Zen on tilt.
30 seconds.
I mean, like I said at the beginning of this climb, I think that Doomfist puts people on tilt more than any other character. Like, just his grunts make you angry. It makes you want to deal with him before any other character, even when he's not doing well. Like, there's something about him that just makes you want to shut him down, stop his grunting and his groaning.
I take it to
I don't feel like we deserve this win,
Get in here.
if we win.
Surrender to my will.
Let them up.
He's bait, like Bran.
It'll take more than that to stop me.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. Doomfist and the way he acts. He's the poster child for the incel movement. His impotent rage. He should be their mascot. He just embodies that anger.
Join with me.
I'm gonna go get that Ash. Yay, I killed her. I finally killed her at the very end when I had a last chance to do it. If I wasn't hard picking, this is the guy that was idle. He decided to be idle for a bunch of it, then just come out at the end. See, okay, this is a type of play I've been seeing a lot lately. A guy who goes idle to make his team be bad for a while, or like, and then comes out and plays really well. I think they're strategically trying to game the MMR system. They want their team to win so that they go up in SR, but they want to keep their achievements throughout the game, like their average, because that's how MMR is calculated, is based on like your performance over time. So the number of kills they get, the damage they do, the healing they do, they want that to be low as possible. So they want in clutch situations to do well so that the team wins and they go up in SR, but to keep their MMR low so that they are always matched with opponents that are under their skill level. I've been seeing that. I don't know if this is a theory online, it's one I came up with on my own. Maybe you guys, like, is that a conspiracy people talk about, or like a type of play people try? That's what I've been seeing. I've seen a lot of people who go idle, they spam. I had this one guy recently who spammed thank you as Doomfist and Spawn, just jumping around, doing nothing until like the very end, and then he came out and played as though he was in high diamond, even though we were in gold. And that's the only theory I could come up with. He's trying to keep his MMR low, but his SR high. He wants to go up in SR. What's C9? I don't know what C9 is. That's way too much planning. We're talking about a type of person who's willing to drop rank. Like, spend like 5 hours dropping rank just in order to get, maybe they don't know, but 6 games, I think Blizzard says, before your MMR adjusts, to smurf and help carry a friend. Like, don't underestimate the willingness of these types of people to invest time into something so stupid. I don't understand that. Why does Cloud9 do that? It's when the fight is won, but they lose the point anyways due to getting off and not having anyone in the first place because they were over-committing to the fight, not committing to the point. Aren't they a competitive team? How could they do something like that so badly? They're pros. That's pathetic. And people cheer for them? They only did it 3 times. That's pretty sad.
Only through conflict.
The true struggle is for the superiority of ideas.
I'm actually interested in Overwatch and esports in general, where it gets to the point where it's played like a real true professional sport, where there's like big stakes and they are held to task for mistakes. Like, they are benched, or they are like, you know, like, it's their job, and if they make big mistakes, just like a baseball player, they're going to be punished for bad mistakes by their team and their organization.
I excited the enemy.
right into the health. I give him the health. And then I put him back out into his team. He was out of place, and I actually just helped him retreat. Oh, I meant to hit him into the wall, but... At least I have gold damage. I didn't know I did that much damage. There's a bunch of players and coaches that got cut. That's good. I like to see that it's being run by a real, like a real professional sport. That's how it goes. You fuck up, you're fired. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes somebody's too talented to fire, so they're just punished in some way. I almost panic ulted, and that would have been the poor choice. I'm not a good Doomfist, but I know that much, that ulting there would have been dumb. Gotta save it for a potential cap. That soldier should be punished. Hey Ash, there's a soldier who has the high ground to your left. Fucking deal with him. That's your job.
I've been knocked down.
Take the objective! Join me in glory!
Gale the Mahal.
Hey, I didn't get the fucking credit for it. Oh, fuck's sakes. Let's pretend I did. That was my kill. That's fucking bullshit. Ash got it, because what, did she shoot him?
Seemingly vain. Graviton surge is ready.
Meteor strike. You're not ready.
Oh, this Doomfist is going off. I'm kind of enjoying this. It feels kind of natural. They really helped him by changing his cooldowns. His cooldowns before made him feel like clunky and anti-rhythm. I like that now he feels like he flows, and that's how this character should be, I think. That was dumb, I shouldn't have gone in there. Our team's in trouble. Hey, buddy.
I need to recharge.
I take it on.
Yeah, right? Charging, 1 second can yeah. Oh, changing, I don't know what you're saying actually, Minette. But one thing I was gonna say is that it's funny how much a difference, like just a split second can do between a charge. Like, you're charging, waiting for a character to come, like a player to come around the corner. And they just missed by, like you missed by just a split second. Oh, you're talking about the changing the cooldowns, yeah.
I've been knocked down.
Score 0-1.
Violence always be the solution?
Member of my team has left the match. Seems about right. This is nice, I gotta say. Doing a placements where I really don't give a fuck. This is Overwatch. Like, I think console is worse.
5, 4.
Because I've talked about this before, how on console, all it takes is one player to own a copy of the game on the console. Oh, the guy came back. That's good. All it takes is one player to own a copy of the game, and then if that person has a PlayStation Plus subscription, anybody who has a profile on the system can have a profile in Overwatch. So you can just create a profile and have another character, and all you have to do is invest enough time to get to level 25, and suddenly you're in a competitive match that you really don't care about, and you don't care if you get banned. Because on the PC, if you get banned, you just lost your copy of Overwatch. It's the copy that you paid for. You have to buy a new copy to get another account. On console, you just invest enough time to get to level 25 again. And so I think that for that reason, you get a lot more people smurfing, have ult accounts that are just there to be stupid. Literally was in a game one time where a guy, his character was called "I use this count to throw." That was the name of his character, or of his profile.
Heroes never die.
Just off. I don't know how these healers are keeping us alive, but good on them. Holy shit.
Meteor strike. Rising uppercut.
Reporting.
I'm not even close to done.
Go. This is my will. My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
Did I interrupt the Lucio? Yeah, I meant to.
Fire at will.
Do you know what I would expect being a Doomfist with a Zarya on my team? To be getting bubbled, which I have not been. I actually thought she was looking back at me on that last approach to the point. I thought she was looking at me like, yeah, like you're a Doomfist, you're gonna charge in first. So I charged in thinking I would get bubbled, and she didn't. What was she doing? What was she saving it for?
I cast this forth. Heroes never die. Let's get you back in the fight. Rocket barrage incoming. Trail the Mahone.
I take it on.
Fire at will.
Fuck.
Play of the game.
Oh, I didn't think it would be this one. Oh, no, this is the one that was pretty good. Yeah. I chose to do the turrets instead of the player, because I'm a good Doomfist. Healers did okay, I guess. Oh, that's why. It was a 5-stack or a 4-stack. She was saving it for her own friends. That's the worst. I hate it when I'm in a game with 4 or a 5 stack and they have a Pharah Mercy combo, because you know you're not going to get healed. It's not going to be a good time. And it just always plays out like that. You sit there begging for healing. In the off chance that she leaves the Pharah after rezzing the Pharah and healing the Pharah and pocketing her forever, if she's not healing the Pharah, she's healing the rest of her friends on the team. You're pretty much fucked at that point in that kind of a scenario. Is that so, Javad? The way they've changed I don't know what GM, Grandmaster stacking rules? What was GM stacking rules? Imply true solo only Q coming. GM people can't 5 stack. People can only queue as duos or solos. Wow. Maybe because the Grandmaster pool is so shallow that they felt like 5 stacks was like just ruining the game at that point. That's my guess, is that they didn't have enough 5 stack. The queue would be, queue times would be crazy to find 5 other Grandmasters.
Now arriving at Midang Tower.
So I'm doing better than I thought I would do as Doomfist, but not great.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
You're good, buddy.
Only through conflict.
I'm looking forward to working.
Game on!
Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
Damage amplified.
As though I needed it. History will forget you.
I find it odd that I didn't knock either the Ashe or the Winston off the cliff there.
Lose the battle. Win the war.
I was expecting to get at least one of them. What's the play, team? We need a shield tank to go in.
Let's get you that outfit.
Man, I gotta get my aim better. The leading on that.
Lose the battle. Win the war. Get in here!
What was that?
Fire at will. Take it down. Do something.
That was pretty bad.
Diva online.
Doomfist is so easy to kill.
My work
Heroes
is
never
not
die.
done. Let them out.
Denied.
Best round lost.
Doomfist has spammable button available. L3. Wait, what's L3 on my character? Oh, maybe I can't spam it. Shit. I was hoping I would have a spam of. What do I? Oh, I use uppercut as L3. I need a spam button because, like, I used to use it on L3, but then I started toggling L3 to a bunch of abilities. I used to be able to just hit L3 and I would spam like a voice line, but that was fun for killing people. But now it's taken up by so many other abilities.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two.
Yeah, it's really hard playing Doomfist without a shield tank because he's so squishy, he has no refuge, so you basically have to just go all out. But if your team's not being super aggressive, then the all out strategy also doesn't work.
Rising uppercut.
Nobody on this team cares about the fucking turrets.
I'm not even close to done.
I used to accidentally hit L3 all the time too. You train your thumbs to stop doing that. I'm at 84 health just because of those turrets. Remember when they said that they were going to depower, that they brought down the power of Torbjorn's turrets because they said reaction time on console was lower, so it wasn't fair. But then they didn't care about Symmetra's turrets. And now Symmetra's turrets just fucking slaughter you.
My work is not done.
Denied.
Helden sterben nicht.
Stay down.
How did I miss everybody? I thought I was definitely gonna get somebody. Oh my god.
Do something! Get them off me!
The battle goes on.
I'll show them.
Somebody needs to be the aggressor here. I guess, like, you would think Doomfist would be the guy, but he's not. He's too squishy, which is so ironic. Right into the fucking things. Oh, I'm getting revived. Oh, interrupted.
I take it on the chin.
Nobody's gonna be able to deal with that. Oh, Diva was able to deal. When Ashe faces a Doomfist, she's basically the hardest person to go against as Doomfist. It's like, I talked about this when I first started playing Ashe. I think I tweeted about it saying that like playing Ashe with a Doomfist on the other team is like skeet shooting. It's so satisfying. He's so easy to shoot. His hang time is so predictable.
Meteor strike. I take it, David.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Play of the game.
Does your guys' experience match mine? Like the number of times I've been on a team where an opposing Doomfist is such a problem that I'm thinking he has to be dealt with, like he's doing too good. I don't think I've ever encountered that moment. I've talked earlier about how like I'll feel like I want to kill him because he makes me so angry, and if a Doomfist slams you into the wall once, you immediately think he's a problem. But where a Doomfist has honestly been changing the course of the direction of the game for the other team, the way that a Tracer does, or a good sniper does, or a soldier or an Ashe for that matter, or like any of the DPSs. Doomfist, I can't recall a time where I fought a Doomfist and I'm being like, oh shit, we gotta counter that Doomfist. It just doesn't happen. Doomfist isn't good. He can be fun though. I'm like having fun playing him. It's just that he's not good. His skill set is so situational where it's effective. Well, yeah, things happen at higher ranks. Well, that's an exception. Being at higher ranks, you can't really.
Only through con once the mission starts. No more messing around.
Yeah, you'll get when you're in. I remember being in Diamond and seeing a couple good Doomfists every so often, but not to the point where I think that the Doomfist needs to be countered. I've seen good Doomfists where I'm just like, well shit, that's pretty good Doomfist, but thinking like, you know, just keep on playing the game the way that the strategy, what your original strategy was, and see if you can like, you know, just outplay him eventually, but like, not like a Tracer where you're like, must get a counter pick going type of feeling. I'm in a bad spot now as Doomfist because there's a turret going to be set up by the Torbjorn now. That was a gamble. I thought I could get that Torb and knock him into the cliff, but it didn't work. Our Baptiste just used his invincibility matrix behind a shield. That's an interesting choice. Solo used it for himself while he was behind a shield. Not sure that was the right situation. I got hacked.
They have revived.
I've been knocked down.
Enemy turret located.
Enemy turret destroyed.
I'm not
Teleporter
finished.
online. Welcome to fun.
Check. Enemy turret ahead. Get behind the barrier.
How did she hack me? I was firing upon her while she hacked me. I guess maybe the bullets hit the turret instead of her?
It'll take more than that to stop me.
Doomfist will be better on the next map of the next part of this map.
I have located the enemy.
Enemy turret located.
Team up for special attack.
Let them out.
Enemy turret destroyed. I am taking the position. Yosh. Enemy turret destroyed.
Where did the... Where?
Teleporter online. I have opened the pod.
Where did the wrecking ball go? What the fuck?
Our enemy.
I have located Apagando las luces.
Yeah, so it's a tough gig being a Doomfist. You get focused a lot just because you're annoying.
Battle goes on.
Helden sterben nicht.
Like, I'm clearly the worst person on the team, but I feel like I'm being disproportionately focused by the enemy.
Meteor strike.
Sein Schutzengel ist da.
Enemy turret ahead.
Like, she is hacking me, only me. She is specifically going after me, despite me being the worst player on the team. Like, I'm basically an empty spot, whether she's going after me or not. Like, I'm doing bad. It's the Roadhog is also going after me. See, you'd think Sombra's a hard counter, and she can be, definitely, but every time I play Sombra to counter a Tracer or a Doomfist, I can't ever hack. I just, maybe it's the teams I'm playing on that aren't protecting me, because I always get hit by a stray bullet, and it stops my hack. I find Sombra to be so hard to consistently counter characters that she's supposed to counter, because her hack gets interrupted. Now I'm like desperately trying to walk behind my tank, and he's backing away from me as I do. When I needed him to body block for me. You know, bonus points if you have a shield tank, which, how many times have I had a shield tank today? I guess we had one on the last point with Orisa. That's a rare moment. Orisas are so hard to find in competitive unless I'm playing them. I think we only have one tank too. Nice. Competitive, everybody.
Soldier 76 reporting.
And these people will go off and they'll complain that the system's broken and that they don't belong in the rank that they're supposed to be in. Me? I'm just streaming.
Enemy contact.
I'm not taking out those turrets. You guys take out those turrets. I've been too dedicated to helping. I'm not helping anymore. You guys do it. Apparently that doesn't destroy. It was right on the wall in front of me, but I guess like it only affects the ground, the damage that he deals.
It'll take more than that. Stop.
Thank you.
So I backed right into the mine. By the way, I'm trying to stay grouped with my team, but they're all over the fucking place.
Goes on.
Every time I think that they've chosen a place to defend, they go off somewhere else. They just like walked off the point. They kind of just gave it over to them because of the mines, I guess.
Oh, let's break it. Damn! Everyone get on the objective.
Anybody want to get that? No.
Look, I'll capture this objective myself if I have to.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, they had nowhere to go, so I guess that was a nice ult.
Score 1-1.
Yeah, Grubba, that's what I tend to do. Glom onto tanks. But then I always end up with the Reinhardt that charges in randomly.
We will all see justice done.
These guys are not in a group, no. This is also not a horrible place for Doomfist to play on. It's the first place that Doomfist sucks on. Anything that's way too far open is bad for Doomfist. Still going in with just one tank. Nobody's focusing that fucker. All you have to do is just shoot at him and he's dead.
Defeat makes me stronger.
got the Lucio. I didn't want the Lucio. I wanted the fucking Reinhardt.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
I'm not even close to done.
Check this out.
Spot the turret.
不许走！
No one can hide from a flying
Your time's run out.
Healing boost.
Sterben nicht. Ist da.
We have one healer. It's a Lucio.
Lose the battle. Win the war.
On the objective. Coming.
I better clear those out for my team. As much as I'd like to get some kills there.
Stay out.
No one can hide from
Party on the objective.
Enemy turret ahead.
I wish that Doomfist would, like, I kind of don't like that his punch goes straight forward no matter what on a level plane, and that if there's a character down on the ground, that basically you have to fall to the ground before you can go down and get them and punch them. I wish that there was some sort of like factor in the game where I just wish that you could aim and then you'd go straight towards whoever he was aiming at. I wish he'd go towards whatever he's looking at.
I'm not finished.
Look at the Widow just watching as the point gets capped. She's the only one that can stall, and she stood there.
Play of the game.
This is what's really important though. It's them plays of the game. That's all that matters. I guess I'll give it to the one guy who was actually healing. Classic Lucio. He probably just gave me good teammate too, I bet. That 2-stack has a 4 rating. I only got a 3. That's the highest I've ever gotten. These guys must be good team players. They just happen to end up on a team of players who don't want to contribute, including me. Poor guys. I think my biggest weakness as Doomfist is, like, as you can see from that play of the game, like, I clearly, when I get a rhythm going, I'm not bad. But I get really, it's the same as when I play Reinhardt. I get really frustrated with doing nothing. That's why I like to play Orisa. I like laying down my shield, and then I get to do stuff. I get to shoot, you know? I get to try to contribute. Whereas with Rein and Doomfist, it's like, I get frustrated waiting back. I don't like sitting back. I should be 125 below SR that I was... Okay, thanks, Alice. Did you give me negative 50 for the first match and then about negative 25 and plus 25 for each other match? I would say negative 30 and maybe plus 20. It would make more sense for each loss/win. I'd say my wins I'm only earning about 20 and my losses I'm losing about 30. And that disconnect I lost 50. Because I'm not contributing to the team very well, so the losses should be extra bad in terms of SR loss, and the win should be not that great. You usually don't lose more than 25 SR, really? I don't often, like, do that badly, so this badly.
Select your hero.
That's only above diamond that you don't lose SR like that? Okay. Wow, there's a lot involved in this.
Only through conflict.
I'm looking forward to working.
Speed boost.
Thank you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Peace be upon you.
Maybe I should be a bit more of a team player, and when my team is lacking a healer, I go my worst healer, Anna. See what happens. If I had headphones in, I'd be able to locate that Ashe. God damn it, I suck at aiming his thing. That's what she said. Fuck!
Myself if I have to.
Rising above us.
The battle goes on.
This will protect us. Protect you.
Did I kill anybody? I didn't kill anybody.
The battle goes on.
Can Doomfist go through a Junkrat trap, or does he get caught? He's gonna come up here. Maybe not. Okay.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Team, I want to go with you, but I need the tanks to lead. Alright, I'm gonna go in with that Winston.
Rising above us.
Gale the Mahal.
Surrender for my
Everyone get on the objective.
不许走！
Did I just solo cap that? Nobody cared about the point.
Meteor strike.
So this is, I think, what the thing also I've been noticing a lot, and I don't know if this is the Japanese region only or if it's just that Overwatch is getting long in the tooth. You'll play against people with game awareness and skill levels that would match somebody like a diamond or something when you're in gold. Like you can tell, like I can tell. I've spent enough time in diamond. They're playing like a diamond player, but they do things like ignore the cap, ignore back caps, and don't get on the point. And it's like you'll see these. Their MMR. Like you're matched up with people who are good, skill-wise, but horrible at playing as a team, and they're all stuck down in gold. Probably angrily blaming Blizzard for it. And I'm guessing that it means that their MMR is high, like the game can tell their skills at their character, but their SR is low due to losing games for their team. That's, I think, what's going on there. Kind of like that theory I demonstrated, the opposite of that other theory where I said that people are purposefully keeping their MMR low while raising their SR. Yeah, people who are good mechanically with no game sense. And that's what I've been noticing more and more as Overwatch gets older, is people with good mechanical sense that don't give a shit. And only when I start, and I'm to blame too, like I've been playing a lot of Overwatch trying to get to know, this isn't a bad thing, just trying to get to know characters that I'm not as good at, so I will end up, that's my excuse for spending as much time as I have down in gold. Is I'm getting bored with the normal way to play Overwatch, so I'm constantly trying to switch things up, which caused me to lose rank. Are you guys hearing all that footsteps? Where is that? And whose footsteps are those?
I'll capture this objective. Stealth my heart.
Sorry if anybody answered. Can I get stuck in a jump strat?
I've been knocked down before.
You can. Even while charging. So squishy.
I take it on the chin.
Yeah, like when I'm tryharding, I don't think I'm a diamond level mechanical player. I think I'm more like I think low plat is my mechanical ability. Low plat, high gold. That's my belief of what kind of a mechanical character is. But when I'm doing tryhard and trying to like force a team to win, solving their problems for them, looking at the holes, like I'm pretty good tactically. So I can get to diamond, even high diamond, by playing characters that I'm good at, but also just filling holes on teams. And that's when I start to raise an SR, is when I'm really focused on trying to fix a team's problems for them. That's my special ability, that's my superpower. If I was a baseball player, I'd be so guard. New player that we have for the Blue Jays, who when he played for
I take it on the chin.
when he played for the A's, the Athletics, the Oakland Athletics, the fans would wear shirts and carry banners that said nerd power because he wears prescription glasses. Like not the sports type glasses, not the special glasses that you see athletes wear. Actual nerdy prescription glasses on the field, which just looks almost dangerous to me. Fuck it, I'm not getting healed, so I have to ult.
It's
Their team doesn't have a tank. Our team doesn't have a tank. Wow.
I've been knocked down before.
I'm not nerdy enough. I'm nerdy.
Thank you. You have my thanks.
You've heard me talk about. You have my thanks, says the Hanzo on a team with no tank. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't let me pop off the way that my Hanzo can pop off. It's your fault. I love it when somebody who's playing DPS calls for healers, says, somebody go healer. Somebody go healer. Not me, somebody. And then you tell them, like, why don't you play healer? I don't play healer. Somebody go healer. Yeah, Grabble, I feel like I'd like to watch some Overwatch League. Maybe we should do some viewing parties on this show. Just really, really like twist the knife on the people who don't like that I play so much Overwatch on the show, and just start watching competitive Overwatch on the show. Thing is, I wonder what I could get away with. I would probably just do it as a turbo only stream in order to not play with fire, because Twitch is in bed with Overwatch League, and I feel like doing a viewing and to sync up, I'd have to have like an earbud in and then like just hope that everybody gets in sync with me. Otherwise, my comments would be way out of sync, or like I couldn't show it. Obviously, they don't allow co-streams. They haven't said they want co-streams. Have you guys seen anybody else on Twitch do that? Do like a watching party, like watching Overwatch League, just giving commentary? Like, how do they do it? Like, ideally, I would have their audio come over my feed, but you'd have to tune into theirs to sync up or something, but nobody would like that either. They would probably be pissed that the audio came over. And Twitch is, like, definitely in bed with them, so they would... Jane does sometimes, but he blurs the stream. Really? Can you hear the audio from the stream on it? There's a positive and a negative to Overwatch League, because on one hand you'll see, I've watched a tiny bit, and you'll see some stuff done by characters that you're like, oh, I never thought about coming at it from that angle, or like, you know, going around the map that way. That does seem like a really good spot, or seeing how somebody uses a character can like be eye-opening. But I think that it also has a detrimental effect on the game, where some people, I think in casual Overwatch and competitive, they watch the pros and they think that they can do the same thing. So they try to force pubs to do the same strategies. They try to like take the high ground on, say, El Dorado or on Route 66 on top of that gas station, and hold the high ground while they fire down upon the enemy team, thinking that they'll hold it just like the pros do with the high ground. And then they just watch the payload go right by them because they aren't the pros, and they're just sitting up there with a Reinhardt holding a shield for a Symmetra and a Moira, while a Genji goes off somewhere else, not realizing that the high ground is only valuable if you have characters that can fire down from it. Things like that. Like, so you see people will study the pros thinking that all they have to do is just simply copy them, but they forget critical elements to it, and forget that sometimes in order to do a thing that the pros do, you need high mechanical skill, and a lot of people don't have that either, especially on console.
Attackers incoming in 30
Relative to, I'm not saying people don't have mechanical skill, I'm just saying relative to the skill that you see demonstrated by them. I'm taking off my socks, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, who cares? Ah. Where are you? Are you down in the...
5, 4, 3,
You're not in the bedroom? Okay. Why are all the lights off?
incoming.
Oh,
Stop the payload.
she's saving energy. But yeah, positioning and yeah. I could definitely see how it. Look at them. They just gave up the height. Okay, I thought they were all just jumping down because a Doomfist came around. Like, there's that too. How quickly people is. Are we facing another team with one
I
tank?
take it on the chin.
And our team has 2. Okay, that's good. At least our team has proper team construction. These have been some weird teams. Roadhog's in trouble. I don't know how to save him though.
Come here, get sticky. Thank you.
I recommend moving behind my barrier.
You have my thanks.
And I think that's why people like to watch me play Overwatch, because I'm not good. Far from being a great player. But I know how to talk out my thinking, and so sometimes my perspective, sometimes even if it's wrong, my perspective and the way I think about things can give a different perspective that people can think about the game in a different way. That's my other superpower, thinking, speaking what I think. Becky's just here for the butts.
I take it on the chin.
I don't think of myself as that entertaining. I'm less entertaining than I used to be. I'm less dedicated to the Thrash character than I used to be. I was so super relaxed when we first got here, in that complete lulled state of Japan Zen feeling, that I found it hard to even have an opinion or get, like, you know, passionate about anything when we would watch trailers and stuff. But I feel like I've gotten a bit better at that, as demonstrated by the most recent stream we did on Game of Thrones. Pan Fresh is the next evolution. Now you know how Becky knows. Yeah, Becky never has strong opinions. She's too relaxed and let go with the flow. I'm trying to figure out a way to have strong opinions, to like be passionate and express my opinions without getting too riled up and like letting it affect me, because I let stuff affect me to the point where it gets me so stressed out and angry that I can't like function sometimes. Like I'm just like
My ultimate is ready.
about subjects. Some subject I'm
Lose the
just trying to
battle.
stay away from.
Win the war. Stay down.
I see you over there.
I'm not even close to done.
Well, yeah.
Cease your resistance.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, that's the thing,
finished.
Grabble, is that that's pretty much what my mentality has been after Japan. It was really a life-changing experience coming to Japan and feeling so at peace and happy about a place and something, and kind of wanting to change my outlook and the way I act, the way that I like think day to day, which means getting less upset and passionate about. But unfortunately, that's also what makes a lot of my rants and what a lot of people want to see on the show. So like now I'm working on trying to be like that at the same time as being relaxed. So rant, but without like, and look, without, I don't want to act dramatic. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be the type that like goes over the top.
You're going to live.
But to just kind of like segment or compartmentalize my feelings into moments, go into a different mode, the same way that we would have show modes, especially with the guys. Like the shows with the guys, it's like party mode, you know? So like you're definitely acting different when you have 5 people in the room all having drinks. You'd see a different brand of me then. The same way that you see a different brand of me when I'm just alone here or it's me and Becky. It's different modes. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge we have lately is the incompatibility of Becky's show mode sometimes with my show mode. It's like sometimes I'm in that relaxing mode and Becky wants to be like super happy.
Meteor strike!
Healing it up.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Meteor strike!
Damn it, I was out of juice. My cooldowns were taking too long. Confirmed, I hate Becky's happy.
10 seconds.
It's nearly over.
Heroes
You've
never
got our
die.
defense. Rocket on my position.
Like an example would be like our Canadian Prime Minister. It's a topic that I can get super passionate about and angry about. I still feel invested in it because it's still our home country.
Score.
And like I'm like, obviously there's no benefit to me to get upset about it, about the stupid shit he does and the hypocrisy and stupidity among the people who support him. But it can be fun to rant about. I feel sorry for Becky though. Trudeau. Our Prime Minister, like that's a subject that it has no gang for me whatsoever to get involved or worked up about. Makes no sense to.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
Try not to get yourselves killed.
I think I'm also just that I'm reaching that stage in life where I'm just kind of tired of the same shit. Everybody I think gets to that point where when you're young, when you're really young, you're like thinking, you know, this is an injustice. They shouldn't do that, and we got to change the way that's done and stuff like that. And then you get to this point where you just realize how often it happens over and over and over, and you get really tired with history repeating. In the limited time I've witnessed history, I'm only 35, but like, you get so kind of worn down by like, wow, nothing will ever change.
Battle commences.
And so then you kind of like are met with, at first maybe it's a helplessness, the fact that lots of things will never change. But then maybe if you embrace it, it can also be relaxing, just the way that I'm playing Doomfist today, and not caring about how shitty these teams are, not trying to help their problems. Realize that there's nothing you can do about it, so just fucking relax. Play Doomfist. You know what? I'm in a different mood now. It's Lucio time. The guy I haven't played in a long time. I'm not super good with him. I haven't even really played with him since his changes. It's the polar, I've now switched gears to the exact opposite of Doomfist. This guy, personality-wise,
Halo secure.
he's the best guy ever to be.
I've got you in my sights.
Relax, play Doomfist. Relax, play Lucio. Just jam.
Yeah, let's move it, people.
I love him so much. He's not at all my personality, but like I appreciate him. Yeah, let's move it, people. Look at this team. We're gonna do great. The team is a Widowmaker, a Genji, a Doomfist, a McCree, and a Hanzo. We're gonna do great.
Cease your resistance.
A wedding.
Like I don't know good Lucio strategies. Probably the best thing I can offer this Roadhog right now is speed, not healing. Unless he's almost dead, then I can ask for healing. I'm not like Reaper. The Overwatch character I'm closest to. I want to be like Soldier because of what an old man he is, but
60 seconds.
I'm not serious enough. I'm too goofy
Soldier 76.
when I want to be. You know, it's hard to find any one character that you'll be like because I think they specifically designed Overwatch characters to have a little piece of every personality on them so you can see yourself, a little bit of yourself in every character, right?
Get on the attack now.
I've seen a couple 2-stack Lucios and Roadhogs. They tend to make a good team. A fast-moving Roadhog is terrifying. Winston? I am not a Winston. I'm not a cuck monkey. A kunk me. Kunk. My ultimate goal in life is to be an old type cowboy type character. Like, like Ed Harris or any kind of character that Sam, what's his name, plays in Westerns, because I know that that will make Becky love me forever. Otherwise, she's going to leave me for a guy with a bigger mustache. Sam Neill? No, Sam Neill is the guy from Jurassic Park. Sam... what's his name? Sam Elliott. Yeah. But as cool as those old guys are, that type of personality, they don't seem to have a lot of fun either. They have to be serious all the time. But they're great in the set.
This is my will.
I picture them actually being quite boring. That type of character.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty.
Cease your resistance.
وليهم قوتك.
Let's up the tempo. Ooh, time to change it up.
I just keep fresh. Yeah.
Surrender to my will.
Oh, let's break it. Damn! Oh.
Yay, my wow got them all off the point. Wow.
Play of the game.
Lucio can't heal through shields. It's so weird.
No one can hide.
Wow, that Arisa was popping off. And these guys are gonna vote for their Lucio? Well, fuck you then. What character am I most like? Ash. No. Bastion. No. Junk. No. Reinhardt? Maybe a little bit Reinhardt, a little bit Soldier. But I've also got a bit Moira and Torb. Oh, maybe I'm Torb. You know, fuck it, I'm playing some Torb. It's been too long. Let's do these last two with Torb. Because he can get, like, he can go straight hot-headed, too. You can get all, like, he can go in his, when he goes into his over. He makes jokes. He's got small man complex. He loves his babies. Yeah, his babies are like his kitties. He gives it all he's got. Yes, this makes too much sense. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't just jump there. Maybe because it felt too obvious to go that direction, to automatically assume Torb. I've been playing less Torb lately because I feel like I'm a little bit upset with his changes. He feels a little bit less fun since they made it so that his turret, I really want them to tweak the way his turret works. The fact that he lays down a turret and then if it's shooting anybody at any given time, that your only option to replace a new turret is to destroy the existing one, which starts a cooldown of 10 seconds. If your turret is active and shooting somebody but not being damaged, let's give it a cooldown of like 2 to 3 seconds for being damaged. Give it the same cooldown as Mercy has until she starts healing again. Then, if it's not taking damage, you should be allowed to replace it immediately and give that a 10-second cooldown, that replacing. But you should be able to replace it immediately. It should be independent of the turret being canceled. You know, getting rid of the current turret should not create the cooldown if it hasn't been yet destroyed. Because being able to suddenly change the course of the battle by, like, the turret's over here, team rushes in, you let it go for a little bit or something like that, but once you realize that soon these guys are going to catch wind of the fact that they know where the turret is soon, then you place it in a new spot. That's one of the things I love doing with the old Torb, was just as soon as the enemy team realizes where my turret is, then I just suddenly toss it in a different spot. And I kept on changing where it was, like all over the place.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
It's my privilege to lead you into battle. I'm giving it all I've got! I'm giving it all I've got! I'm giving it all I've got!
And then I get angry.
I'm overloading!
He can actually look in his box while he's overloaded.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Turning up the heat!
I like this Ryan. He's doing great for us, like, he's patient. I almost had her. As per usual, as Torb, I have gold damage, limbs. Objective time doesn't really count at this stage in the game. I'm closest one to my ultimate. Oh, no, Soldier's got his ult. Wonder how he got his ult that quicker than me, even though I did more damage than him. I didn't know that Soldier had a quicker ult build than Torb.
Into the eye.
We got this, guys. I think that Soldier cleaned up there. Come on, somebody go help our fucking Ryan.
Ready to work. Speed. I'm overloading.
Our Ryan got slaughtered. Everybody abandoned him for some reason. Oh, we were doing so great, and then everybody abandoned the Ryan on the point.
Worked hard on that.
There's nothing I could do if my... Jesus. Please hold the shield.
I'm giving it all I've got.
Oops. I'm giving it all I've got is usually what I have set up for I need healing on other characters. That's my fault.
You walked right into that.
I don't... Okay, I didn't get the memo.
I'm overloading.
60 seconds remaining.
Огонь по готовности!
Maybe he built it up by healing. I don't have gold damage anymore. We have one healer. No, we have Baptiste, but he's not doing any healing really. It feels like. My aim's a little bit off. Oh, nice. Look at. Nice. Was Baptiste doing good? I couldn't tell.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
That was pretty messed up when we basically wiped out the enemy team.
Select your
And then our Reinhardt was, and he's a good Reinhardt. Our Reinhardt was left on the point, and despite the fact that he's a part of a 3-stack, he was left on the point by himself, while everybody else was like, I don't know, going off to, like, it was weird because the soldier had the high ground overlooking the point, and the Reinhardt was left on the point with low health, and a Zarya, who was pretty highly charged, coming after him. So of course he died. But I feel like if the soldier had kept that high ground and just kept on firing down, like, she would have made short, he would have made short work of her. I'm being fired at by the soldier. It's my fault.
attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is why I like Torb too, because I like being a martyr. I like being like the guy who's underappreciated. That nobody realizes was the one who's actually carrying them.
I'm with you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
I never know with new Torb where to put the turret in situations like this. Is he there? They have a long range character. Okay, we have no shield tank, and they have a Roadhog. We don't even have a tank. That's awesome. This has been quite the day of teams. Like, just people who don't have any desire to go up in rank on my team. Although, we also played against some teams that wouldn't run a tank. Even in the 3-stack, none of them want to run tank.
Turning up the heat.
It's okay. It's still fun playing Torb. One more game. I'm gonna stand up. Ow. Sometimes I like playing standing up. I'm gonna move my desk over. There we go. Way over. Oh. Should do this more often on the show. It's more ergonomic than sitting down. Thanks for the math tracking. Put this on the ground to stand on. Sounds like somebody is at the neighbors on the top. But they moved out. Sounds like somebody's on the other side of that.
Welcome to Paris.
Yeah, we have baseball to finish. I'm gonna work out while I watch the ending.
Select
You can watch it up here though with me, Becky. No, oh, Becky's in bed now. Where's Torb? There we go.
Build them up, break them down.
Executing pre-combat routine. Optimizing strategy.
Feel a bit off balance leaning in like that.
attackers
This is
incoming
better.
in 30 seconds.
Oh my god, Narissa. Oh, that's great for Torb. Good.
I have big ones for you.
I never used to do this with Torb, but new Torb, you kind of have to put your turrets in more obvious places.
Defend objective A.
Taking away the whole replacing the turret aspect of Torb kind of has affected his ability to be flexible in battles. Damn.
You are advised to seize your
Time is on. Turning up the heat.
What? There were, oh, it's her.
Overloading. Never second best.
I was wondering, I knew, oh, I've got 4 gold.
Come here and get stabilized.
Oh man. I love Torb.
See the titans.
That May is strategically good. This Baptiste and this Rhine, man, he's keeping him alive. I guess that's what healers do. Still got 4 gold. Come on, gang, give it all you got. Come on, give it all you got. What? Did we just lose the point?
Defense point. Objective
What the fuck happened? We wiped out the team. I thought we had everybody killed and they got back capped.
There's work to be done.
But hey, well that's just a clear. Yeah, I'm the one to blame. I'm the one to blame. I have 4 golds. That doesn't. I know that's not the determining factor of everything in the game, but come on. This is another example of people who have watched the pros. They think that you're supposed to defend the point at that spot on this map, and they don't understand like how to help themselves with basic strategy of simply like getting on the point when they need to. I didn't think there were so many people in here. It's okay.
There's work to be done.
Please move behind the barrier.
See through the dragon's eyes.
This set May is really good at like giving her team an approach. Soldier starts hitting me. I'm the only one on fire. 4 golds. God, I love Torb. I cooled off.
Team up for special attack.
Might turret get affected by her thing? No, it doesn't. I got hit by one of his trees.
Nanoboost administered.
Get out of my way.
God, it feels good standing up. I gotta do more streams just standing up.
Understood.
I gotta appreciate this Orisa who keeps on replacing her shield right for my turret, because it's helping me a lot. And it's kind of putting them on tilt, I can tell. Like, I feel like they're really overly concerned with the turret.
Time to raise my ECM.
You walk right into that.
Get behind the barrier.
This would have
Experience tranquility.
Love this Orisa.
Shoot you down.
What we hope to win.
4 gold still. You ever had 4 golds or even 5 golds as a Moira and you're just praying for the match to end, even if it means your team loses? Because you just like want that to be what appears on the final cards.
This would have
Should protect that Orisa. She helped me so much.
Damn. Oh, I lost my objective time. I gotta get my ass in the game more. 5 golds is Zen. I'm getting a lot of kills. And it's not even my turret, it's just the placement of my molten core. I'm on fire.
Ready to work.
So did the 2 stack. Those guys are good. The team players, Hanzo and Orisa.
0 to 1. Switching sides. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Becky saying she's always getting 5 golds as Moira. Yeah, getting 4 golds and then the system does something like, says like, damage blocked, 19,000 or something. Even though you got 4 golds as Orisa, you're like, no, don't tell them about how much I blocked. Tell them I got 4 golds. I want them to know. And tell them I hate them.
Rather than being controlled by AI.
A noble but tragic sacrifice. I hope that you will honor it.
So yeah, I'm gonna do streams where I play with turbos again. I just gotta look into getting a mic that works, or maybe I'm gonna get a thing that just pipes. No, I can't pipe my mic audio, this mic audio over. I don't think. I could look into it. I don't know. Where is that?
I'm at the objective. How about some support?
Help is noch nicht bereit.
Let's get started.
Enemies arriving.
We didn't even get a tick, unfortunately.
Time to roll up my sleeves.
Anna checking in.
All right, team, come on. We did great on the defense. We can do this. Baptiste plus Bastion can be a little bit annoying to deal with. Fuck. That's my fault. I can tell you with this, I don't think we're gonna do it with this comp, but we can try.
Ready to work.
At least we have. We'll see. Need to go in all at once, though. Need a Roadhog to get that Bastion down.
Turning up the heat.
Cease your resistance.
I almost had that fucking Bastion. We need everybody to go in at once. Okay, I almost got my ult, so I should be able to flood the Bastion with my ult and take him down. 147 left. I gotta make sure I don't waste this. Soldier thinks it's my fault. Again.
Show them what I can do.
Meteor strike!
My turret.
All I see is myself being the only DPS leading the way in the battle.
My blade is ready to be unleashed. Back. I'm ready to unleash the molten core.
Usually that means instant death for the Bastion when he uses his ult, so hopefully that'll work out for us. Most people don't know how to ult with Bastion. I'm not seeing much of that soldier doing anything on that cap.
Lucio coming at you.
Hi, Percy.
We're running out of time. 冻住，不许走。
We were doing really good on defense, and then this guy. I'll report him. That's too bad. He was so convinced that it was my fault we were losing that he wouldn't look at his own gameplay. I wonder who he thought had gold, elims, and damage as a fellow DPS player. He probably thought it was naturally the Genji. Remember how he was, after we had a successful defense on the first round, that he was shooting at me before the second round even began, as though it was my fault for doing good on the first round? Unless he's just angry that I was choosing Torb on offense. Alright, let's see what I get for my 2-4-0. I only went down, how much did you think by yours? It said I should drop 200 to 225. Well, I only dropped, let me just see what my end of last season was. I dropped so I went from 2519 to 2405, so I only dropped 114. Oh, my mic crackles when I lean. Sorry. That's the downside to Overwatch, is I feel like SR doesn't mean anything anymore. Placements haven't meant anything for a long time, so it's kind of hard to. It felt like in the old days, like everything mattered about your SR. Like you just wanted to see where you could get. And then when I started to realize that my top ability, personal ability, was like mid-diamond. Like, what was my highest ever? It was like, season 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see, it was after 6, 7, 8 that I started to not care as much about going up because I thought I'd peaked. 3310 was my highest ever in season 3. And I think that's pretty much my best. That I don't know if I would ever be able to get much better without an insane grind and really, really going try hard and honing my abilities as a certain character or set of characters. I'm too dedicated to variety to, I think, get better than that. But once I hit what I feel like is my peak, then I started to get dedicated to see how high I could get with individual characters if I hard picked. And then I felt guilty, usually hard picking, so I stopped doing that. And then it just was all about just kind of like trying to play more characters that I don't play and stuff like that. And I still love playing Overwatch. It's just that I wish there was some other way to feel like you're quantifying. You can quantifiably watermark your progress as a player, besides, deciding to hard pick a character for 30 games to see where you end up, because that's usually how many games you have to play to get the rank you deserve as a character. I wish you could see your MMR. Yeah, I'm a staunch believer that you do get the rank you deserve over time, eventually, in Overwatch. And obviously there's monkey wrenches that get thrown into it, such as experimenting with new characters, trying new things and stuff, which change your SR to something that you might feel you don't deserve. Yeah, but it's still fun. Yeah, maybe I think that's what a lot of people like to do is they like to look at there's these sites that kind of like track how you do as an individual character. Then they give you like rankings and scores based on how you perform as that character. People like doing that. People like to see that they're getting better. And I just feel like SR doesn't accurately measure that anymore as much. So yeah, right? Mid-90s. Like, once you get to a certain level, I remember playing in Diamond, being in, like, when I was hitting my higher Diamond marks, getting closer and closer to potentially making it into Master, because I think that's 3,500, and I was hoping to maybe make it there one day, and I do think I could do it if I really, really buckled down and tried, but man, does it take a lot of hours, and God, is it frustrating and stressful when you lose rank and you're just trying to get that little bit extra to get higher. It's not fun. It's fun just getting better as individual characters. I think that's the true joy that comes from Overwatch these days for me. Is like playing it was fun playing Doomfist today. I still don't think he matches my play style or the type of fun I like to have in Overwatch. Same goes for Genji, Hanzo. Junkrat I've been playing more of and enjoying, so maybe I'll play him on a stream soon. But it's fun like honing your skills as different characters. I tried Baptiste for a while
didn't love him, but he's interesting. I think they just need to change his jump. They need to make it feel less clunky jumping. It's not a fun thing to do, the jumping. It feels kind of weird to me. Having to crouch, hold it, and then press it to jump. They just need to make it a little bit smoother. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna end the stream, I guess. Hope you enjoyed. Oops. Hope you enjoyed hanging out in my crazy, weird ballet outfit, as Becky called it. Goodbye. See you later. That's the show, guys. You were digging the new look.